Hey guys, it's Loves to Loom here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this really cool and unique Decrescendo bracelet. This was created by Susie and HB on YouTube, and you can find her on Instagram as Crazy Just Might Work. This design is super cute and it has some really cool and unique looping steps, some of which you can find the same techniques on her Ancestry bracelet. This one takes about 120 bands, I would say, depending on your wrist size. This is the signature side. It has some really cool details in it. And then the back side is really cute as well. And if you kind of open it up, it has some cool design in it as well. So, without wasting any more time, let's get started. To make this bracelet, you're going to need one loom at least. I will be using two to avoid an extension. You want to have them set up a line like so, and the air is facing away from you. You'll need one C-clip and your hook. So the first colors that you're going to decide on will be the border / perimeter here, which is the gold. I'm going to be using limited edition frost blue, and I really love how the limited edition looks on this bracelet. So that's what I'm going to stick with today. I'm going to start by grabbing one single band, lay it on the center pin for when we close it up. And now we're just going to lay the perimeter. So I'm going to lay one out to the right and one out to the left. And then we're just going to go up the sides. So I'm just going to go up the right side first. One in front of the other. Just like any typical border. This bracelet is really easy and it's like super fast. And I love it. So it may vary depending on the bands you use, but for the limited edition and for my wrist size, I have to go all the way down to the very end of 2 full looms for it to fit. So just so you know. When you get down to the end, you're just going to bring it in here. And then, of course, we're going to do the same to the other side. So I'm just going to skip ahead and get this laid, and I'll meet you back here in a moment to show you what to do next. Okay, so when you reach the top, you just bring it in like you did on the opposite side. Push everything down a little bit, and now we're going to go ahead and start laying some center bands. So now we're just going to be laying a bunch of V's going all the way up. So from the very first pin, I'm going to go out to the left, connect the diagonal to that pin. Same thing on the right side. So making that V shape, doing the exact same thing coming up to the next row, laying my left and then my right. Next one, doing the same thing. So we're just going to do this all the way up. Wasn't real thrilled about that band. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my V's laid out, and then I will meet you back here in just a moment. So once you have completed laying all of your V's, we're going to come back to the beginning. You're going to definitely want to push your bands down some, at least in the middle, because now we're going to add cap bands to the whole center row. I'm going to be using black, and that is actually what is in the middle here. So, just a normal cap band, just wrapped around 2 times. So the top one gets kind of hidden under everything, but you still need it. And you're just going to go up one by one. You can use your hook or your fingers like I am. It doesn't make a difference, as long as it's wrapped around 2 times. So I'm going to get my cap bands on really quickly, and I'll be right back. Okay, so once you're done doing all of your cap bands, the very top one, you are going to want to actually use the color of your border. So I'm sorry I didn't mention that. So let me go ahead and turn my loom around. So if you have the same color on that one that you did the rest, you can just swap it for the color of your border. So now we can actually go ahead and start the looping process. So for the looping, the first thing we're going to do is actually loop the border band that we laid. So this part's actually very simple but very unique. And this is part of the looping that Suzanne did in her ancestry bracelet. So what we're going to do is grab the back part of the band, and we're just going to loop it over. So here's the back part of the band. Here's the front part. So here's the back part. You're just going to lift it over like so. Coming to the next band, you're just going to lift it over like that. So grabbing the back part of it and lifting it over. You do that all the way up. Now if you are using opaque bands, Suzanne does say that if you go from the inside, so here's my next band, grab the back of the band from the inside and pull it over like so. That does help with the band not twisting. So you can do it like that as well. Just make sure you're only grabbing the back part of that band, bringing it over. You're going to do that all the way up. With the limited edition bands, it doesn't really twist, so that's really nice for this design. And you're not going to do the very top one just yet, because it'll just fall off the pin. So leave the very last one, and then we'll come down to the beginning so that we can do the right side. So if you're doing the right side from this side, you'll just grab the outside, plop it over like so. If you're using opaque bands, once again, I would do it from the inside like we were just doing. Grabbing it like this. Make sure you're grabbing the back part of the band. I had to think for a second. And just pull over. Just going to keep doing this all the way up. Once again, don't forget that you're not looping the very last one because it will just fall off of the pin. So now we're going to come back to the beginning and we're going to start looping the bands that we laid in a V shape. So it will be my white bands, and we're going to be bringing them out to the sides. So starting on the second row here, you're going to push back your cap band, grab the topmost band, but be careful that you don't pull the cap band off. Pull that straight out to the left, like so. And then you'll go back in and grab the next band and bring that out to the right. So we'll come up to the next pin and do the same thing. Push back your cap band and grab your top band and bring that out to the left and bring the next one out to the right. So they should just be connecting to the sides of the pin from which they're coming from, like so. So this is what we're going to do all the way up the loom. And then once we reach the top, I'll come back and show you what we're going to do next. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so this is what it should look like right now. So we're going to come down to the beginning just for a moment. We're going to loop the very front 2 border bands, but we're not going to loop the rest of the border bands yet. We're just going to do these 2. So go in your cap band, grab your top band, bring it back to itself. Mine goes to the right, and my bottom was going to go to the left, like so. Once you do that, we're actually going to come back up to the beginning because we're going to be looping the bottom part of our inner bands, meaning this band here. We're going to be looping all of those, but we actually work from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to start on my left. We're going to go inside the second pin, and you're going to push back the top band, grab your second band, and you're just going to bring it forward, like so. So now we're going to come down 2 pins from the one we connected to, and we'll do the same thing. So go inside the top band, you're grabbing the second band, and bringing it forward, like so. We're going to keep doing that, so skip this one, come down to this one. Go inside the top band and grab your second band, and be very careful when you're pulling it off because you don't want to accidentally pull that top band off. So just take your time. Skip down 2, and if you ever get confused, you can just turn it and look, and you can see that this one only has 2 bands on it, so I know I've already done that one. This one has 3, so that would be my next one to do. Go inside the top band, grab the second one, and bring it forward. We're just going to keep doing that same technique. I've never seen this type of looping done before, so I thought it was very interesting and cool. Which I would expect nothing less from Suzanne, because she's very creative. I'm getting there slowly but surely. Okay, so it should look like that now on your left side. And then we're going to come back to the top because we're going to do the same thing on the right side. So we're going to be grabbing the second band. So go inside the top band, grab your second band, and you're just bringing it forward. Skip down 2 pins, go in the second band, grab the go in the top band and grab the second band, bring it forward. And we're going to keep doing that just like we did on the left side. So I'm going to go ahead and get my right side done really quickly. If you have any problems, you can watch the previous instructions, and I will be right back. Okay, so once you've completed it, this is what it should look like. And now the only thing left that we have to do is the border. So this part's very easy. We're just going to come down. We'll do one side at a time. I'll just start on my left side. So we're going to start on the very bottom pin. And just like you would do any typical border, you're going to push back the top layers, grab the very bottom band, and you're just going to bring it forward. Come to the next one. Push back any top bands, grab the very bottom, and bring it forward. And I do recommend you should have pushed your bands down a little before doing this. You don't want to accidentally lose anything. So we're just going to keep pushing back that top band and bringing that very bottom band forward. So again, it's just a very typical border. So I'm going to go ahead and get the left side done really quickly, and I'll be right back. So when you reach the top on the left, you're going to go in the top pin and just move all the top layers back. And you're just going to grab the bottom and bring it into the center, like so. So now you'll just come over on the right side and we'll do the exact same process. So we'll push back the top band down here, or the top bands, and grab the bottom and just loop it forward. Go through, grab the bottom bands, sorry, I'm getting so tongue-tied, and we're going to do the same thing. So go ahead and get your right side looped up, and I will be back in a moment. Okay, so when you've come to the top, bring it into the center like you did on the other side. Locate that band that we laid there in the beginning. There's quite a few bands on the center pin, so you got to get through all of them. Grab that very bottom, and you're going to bring it together with the outside of that band. And that's where we will attach our C-clip. Now to take this off of the loom, I do pop off the top too. And I will pop that one off in a moment. But what I do before I pull it off is I release all of the centers, because I notice they do get kind of stuck on there when I'm just pulling it straight up. So of course you can do it how you wish, but I think this makes it a lot easier and keeps things a little bit cleaner. So I'm just releasing all of the centers, and then I'm going to pull it off, pull it straight up. So I'll be back to show you the finished look in 1 second. Okay, so when you take it off of the loom, it may be like very squished up. So you may have to kind of grab both sides and just give it a little bit of a stretch, widening it out some like so. Just do that all the way down, and it definitely cleans it up a bit. And then you may have to mess a little bit with your cap bands depending on how they're laying. Certain limited edition bands lay a lot better than the other ones, so it just depends on which ones you're using. But I think this is such a very cool and unique design. So to close it up, you're simply just going to locate that cap band down here and attach your C-clip like so. So there you have it. I think it is super cute. I love the details of the sides. It's super cool. So here you have the Decrescendo bracelet created by Suzanne HB on YouTube. Find her and check her out on Instagram under Crazy Just Might Work. She is fabulous. If you do make a rendition, please tag her and myself. Loves to Loom. We definitely would love to see it. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please hit the like button below for me. I would appreciate it. Here's the super cute backside. Just want to show you that real quick. So, alrighty guys, thanks for watching another tutorial, and I'll see you soon at my next video. Bye!